Alright, so before this video starts, I want to say something. Yes, I know my other video theory was wrong, and you don't need to suggest watching Two Arms 2 because if you watch the credits, you'd know that I was bloody in it. With that out of the way, let's just get this going. There's no theories anymore. There's still some guessing though, but who cares? Just sit back, ladies and gents of the web, as I tell you Zuthar's hidden cinematic lore. In the small city of RP downtown, a man by the name of Greg joins a group of men who notice a small cube floating around another man's foot. Greg decides that as the aliens he has been hunting his entire life and kills the man in an attempt to stop the aliens. After this, however, the local government takes his alien hunting equipment, leaving him back to stage 1 of his work. He returns home to restart his studies, only to find his door taking him to an interdimensional wormhole that takes him through 10 different dimensions before returning himself home. During this time, a man only known by the name of Desk Lord and his team by the name of Axis of Evil attempt to take over the world. After many attempts, they succeed, however disband due to unknown reasons, and all go their separate ways, except for Desk Lord, who changes his name to Desk God and rules his world with an iron fist. During this time, a dark elf with an unknown name is taken into the mines as a slave, before being pushed into a cavern by a guard. In the cavern he finds a magical spell book which he studies eventually, becoming powerful and feared enough to be given the title the Dark Mage. The Dark Mage becomes obsessed with the book's promise that 5 champions will appear one day, dedicate themselves to himself, and help him take over the world. This fails, however, as 4 adventurers and a horse, who apparently counts as one, stop him and uses magic now known to be from the cubes to transport to a different dimension where he is abandoned by the 5 champions, but successfully takes it over anyway. During this, a police officer is killed during a daring bank heist, betrayed by a fellow officer. Being mortally wounded, the doctors turn him into a superhero with science and technology. Using his new powers and strength, he becomes Two Arms and is able to stop an alien invasion, defeat Mean Skull, their leader, and keep the town safe from all crime. During this, a small group of misfit clones are placed into a ragtag team titled Purple Team. Purple Team takes place in numerous missions, accidentally commits numerous war crimes, and takes part in Order 66. Eventually growing tired of the clone army, however, they desert the army and hold up in an unknown cave, doing odd jobs and personal errands as they see fit. 1 year after all of these events, Two Arms fails to defend his city in a terrorist attack and goes into hiding. However, after the encouragement and support from his new sidekick, Two Legs, he is able to take up his arms again and fight the new crime wave taking over the city. Unknown to Two Arms and Two Legs, Desk God has used these strategic terrorist attacks, the ensuing chaos from said attacks, and the assistance of both the Dark Mage and Mean Skull to be able to build his machine, capable of either destroying or colliding all 25 dimensions to create the 26th dimension, Dimension Z. With his machine activated, it is shown causing beams of light to shoot down in both the 5 Champions dimension, Purple Team's dimension, Two Arms dimension, and assuming 22 more that we haven't been shown yet. And that is the Zuthar hidden cinematic lore so far. This is all extremely summarized and likely to have the timeline wrong, but it is impossible to know what came before others as they have no signals of what time it takes place, besides Axis of Evil finishing before The Legend of Two Arms does, and every other one finishing 1 year minimum from Two Arms 2. Thank you everyone for the support on my previous video, and a huge thanks to Zuthar13 for making these videos that I've been able to be a part of. If you haven't, make sure to both subscribe to myself and Zuthar. Please subscribe to me. And other than that, this has been Soot on another hidden lore.